Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, Portland man injured in attack by dogs while jogging. A Portland man is nursing injuries sustained after he was attacked by a pack of dogs while jogging early Thursday morning in the quiet community of Hopefield in Hope Bay. Sherman Roberts, a licensed firearm holder, said that he was out jogging shortly before 6 a.m. with his wife when 5 dogs from a nearby yard rushed at him, resulting in him crashing to the ground. According to Roberts, the dogs, which were seemingly determined to rip him apart based on their aggressive nature, inflicted bites to several parts of his body. I was shouting and rolling on the ground as the dogs bit away at my body, and my wife was shouting and crying out loudly. I pulled my firearm and I discharged one bullet in the direction of one of the dogs that was aiming to bite me in the face, Roberts said. It was a very frightening ordeal, but I am happy that I am alive. I have since found the owner of the dogs and we spoke about the incident on Thursday after I sought medical attention. Some arrangements were made as to covering my medical cost. I spent $30,000 on Thursday. But on Friday it was different mood as the owner is refusing to honor the commitment. I will have to seek legal advice, he pointed out. In the meantime, the police have confirmed the incident and they have also revealed that an official report was made and a statement was collected from the licensed firearm holder. Grange is saddened by death of Bishop Ronald Blair. The Minister of Culture, Olivia Grange, says she has been left saddened by the death of Bishop Dr. Ronald Blair, who passed away at age 86. We give thanks for and celebrate the life of Bishop Dr. Ronald Blair, who for an astonishing 55 years until his retirement in 2017 served the New Testament Church of God in Jamaica, while also preaching in other places in the Caribbean and in the United States, Canada, and England, Grange said in a statement Friday evening. With his wife Yvonne and the family beside him, Bishop Dr. Ronald Blair blazed a trail which not only involved his time in the pulpit, but he was an author, a college lecturer, and served several community organizations, she continued. She noted that Blair served as a chairman of the National Committee for Religious Service at the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission and the chairman of Love 101 FM. He was conferred with the National Honors of the Order of Distinction in 1987 for outstanding work in religion and the commander of that order in 2017. Grange said Bishop Blair was prepared to help and advise anyone who went to him with a problem. She extended sympathy to his widow, Yvonne, daughters, Nadine, Delva, Novia, and Paula, his brother Bishop Hero Blair, and other members of his family. Deported businessman freed of fraud charges. Elvis Jones, the Jamaican businessman who was arrested on fraud-related charges after his deportation from Panama last week, has been acquitted. Jones, 52, of Portmore, St. Catherine, was facing 2 counts of fraudulent conversion for allegedly failing to import and deliver 2 motor vehicles for which he collected $1.2 million and the US $5,535. He was also charged with non-delivery of goods and the failure to issue receipts. The monies were paid to him by a man and a woman in March and August 2022. Jones was arrested on an Interpol red notice for wanted persons. However, the charges against Jones were dismissed in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday after he made restitution to both the complainants, and the prosecutors offered no evidence against him. His attorney Donovan Collins acknowledged in court that monies were exchanged between his clients and the complainants, but denied that the cash was converted for the businessman's personal use. Collins also denied allegations that Jones intended to defraud the complainants. St. Catherine men accused of murder remanded. 2 men who allegedly shot and killed a man in Old Harbor Bay, St. Catherine, last year were remanded when they appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. The accused are 30-year-old Sheldon Brown and the 20-year-old Gregory Henry of Old Harbor Bay, St. Catherine. They have been charged with the murder of 40-year-old Lloyd Simmons, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and being a part of and participating in a criminal organization. The men are scheduled to appear in the gun court in St. Andrew on May 6. It is alleged that on January 2, both men shot and killed Simmons along Terminal Road in Old Harbor Bay. Golding threatens legal action over shielded AG's opinion. Opposition leader Mark Golding says the parliamentary opposition may ask the court to compel House Speaker Juliet Holness to release the legal opinion of the Attorney General on how reports sent to Parliament are to be tabled. Golding has maintained that the Speaker's position and her directive on how reports should be treated are flawed. We are calling once again for the opinion of the Attorney General's chambers on this matter, which we have been asking for months and months, to be released to all parliamentarians so we can see what the Attorney General's chambers said about the procedure for tabling reports, said Golding at a People's National Party press conference on Friday. The press conference followed a ruling by the Constitutional Court hours earlier that an extension granted last year to Director of Public Prosecutions Paul Llewellyn to remain in office was unconstitutional. The opposition had brought the matter to court. Golding said the opposition may take a similar route to have the AG's opinion released to legislators in the House of Representatives. This is a matter which we will be looking at closely as to whether we're going to have to take this matter to court for a ruling as well. That opinion is not an opinion belonging to the Speaker. The Speaker acts on behalf of Parliament in seeking the legal advice of the Attorney General on a matter that affects all members of Parliament and indeed all parliamentarians, including the Senate, the opposition leader said. Last November, Holness ruled that reports by the Auditor General on public bodies had to wait for 2 months before being tabled to allow relevant ministers time to comment on them, in accordance with the Financial Administration and Audit Act and the Public Bodies Management and Accountability Act. Similarly, at that time, Holness announced that she would end the practice of tabling all Integrity Commission reports upon submission. She implemented a new rule which mandates that special and annual reports of the IC will go to its Oversight Committee for deliberations first and then tabled later on with the committee's own report. Investigation reports from the IC would be tabled as soon as possible and then sent to the IC Oversight Committee. Golding said that the AG's opinion should be shared with all parliamentarians so they can see what the principal legal advisor to the government has said on the matter. The AG's chambers recently denied an access to information request made by the news, stating that the document is exempt from disclosure on the grounds of legal professional privilege. It said only Holness could waive that privilege. At the same time, Golding said there are other issues of grave concern, including the matter of the political ombudsman and the way in which that has been conflated into the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. Golding said this move, which makes the commissioners collectively the political ombudsman by the government, is a flawed approach. We objected to it when the legislation was brought to Parliament and it was rushed through again with indecent haste, and of course it has not worked. Local government elections have come and gone, and they were unable to effectively play any role in dealing with the kind of issues the political ombudsman is established to deal with, said Golding. He said these are issues which are highly contentious and ought not to be brought under the Commission, a body established to ensure consensus between the country's main political parties on electoral matters. Further, Golding said this is to reduce tension and ensure Jamaica's democracy functions in a way that is in keeping with good governance, law and order, and ensure a peaceful society. He said this is another issue on which the opposition feels that the government has gone down a very wrong path. But they are stubborn and headstrong, and it is only when we take them to court and win there that they have to reconsider, will and come again, as was done with the NIDS and will have to be done with the DPP, said Golding.